Bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Indianapolis Colts. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we take a look at the Colts entering play. And they've lost 3 straight here, and it goes without saying, I guess, they could certainly use a win.
And how do they get a win? Because they've lost 3 straight, I think it's paramount that they get a fast, clean start to this game.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Jaguars, they come in off another victory a weekend ago. That ran their win streak up to 7 now.
And I think that win last week established them as Super Bowl frontrunners. They're playing with confidence and swagger, and you need that to go a long way.
So the Colts now coming out for their opening drive. They will be led out by their veteran quarterback now in his 16th season from NC State, Phillip Rivers.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, and that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe leans on a few other parts of the offense.
DeAndre Hopkins, he's all alone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. DeAndre Hopkins, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Wow, first play in the game, CD, 75 yards. These people, they haven't even filed in yet from the tailgate lots.
Everyone talks about starting out fast. Everyone talks about getting explosive-type plays. That was absolutely a thunderbolt. And on the defensive side, he spent all week scheming, all week preparing, and it seems like it goes right out the window.
And a penalty marker's down on the field. And they might be backing up a bit here to start the drive. Well, that holding call set him up with not great field position.
Not at all when you tack on the penalty. With that field position after the return wasn't terrific, it's not a great starting field position as well.
They run. This is Scarborough. Oh, bowls right over him. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 16 yards that time on the pickup for the Jags and a first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Back to throw. Bird, complete. Smith has it. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. A Jacksonville first down on a pickup of 17.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a gain in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that opens things up for you on the outside as well.
But that's where their big tight end, is so good, that middle third, the seam routes, the end routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well, and he's got it.
Looking to throw on second down. Bird. And this is caught by Watkins. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 11 yards there for Jacksonville, and a first down as well.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there, because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you can just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. K1 short with a sack. That's 315 pounds of man right there. Defensive end gets in there that time. They were in a 4-3. What's the responsibility of the ends versus the tackles there, Charles?
Well, most of the time when you talk about the ends, they're your pass rushers. They're the guys that you turn loose to try and get to the guy who's going to throw the football. The tackles are usually more of the run-stuffing variety. But the way this game is advanced, you're wanting a little bit of everything out of all of your guys. But let's just go ahead and break it down and make it simple. The guy who's a right defensive end versus a right-handed quarterback, that's the blind side. He's going after the quarterback. He's going to put him on the ground.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. From the gun, Bird. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. K-Rod Short picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line.
180, block 15. Go, switch.
Play fake, Rivers. There's the Penn State man. It's Chris Godwin. And able to get this one out just shy of the 25 at the 24. Give the Colts 13 yards and a first down.
First and 10 at the 24-yard line.
They go with Leonard Fournette, third-year back from LSU. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Rivers on the money, complete. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
390.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. There's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball.
Exactly right. You have a guy who has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
And here are the Colts offensive starters.
Yeah, I feel a little bad here because we missed out talking about these guys on the opening drive because they were in the end zone before we had a chance to even say anything. But let's keep an eye on these wideouts. QB already has one touchdown pass. You know he's looking for a few more before this one's over. Those wideouts will get plenty of opportunities to try and score again.
Good yardage there for the Colts. 18 and a first down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Now Leonard Fournette. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. That's good for an Indianapolis first down on a gain of 10. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the second and the third level.
And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. The last 2 plays, each lose a yard. They'll try to move forward here on 3rd and 12. That's out to his running back, Fournette. No gain at all on the play there, and that'll bring up 4th down. They couldn't get anything going there out on the right side in the flat of the swing pass.
And didn't we have a discussion with their staff about wanting to get the backs more involved in the passing game? Huge emphasis for this game, but obviously the defense had other plans and really made a nice play.
These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set to go again. Nothing for them yet from an offensive standpoint, down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense as that fell harmlessly to the ground. A nice job to get 8 there after the incompletion, and now they'll look at a 3rd and 2 coming up.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
That's about what you would expect since they're so efficient on picking up 3rd downs in the top 5 in the NFL. It's all a mindset, and I'm guaranteeing you, it started in the offseason. 3rd down's important to them. They find a way to pick them up at a very good clip.
The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12. Good push up front and that run in between the tackles.
Let's play the leverage game here. Offensive line just got lower than the defensive front, and they were able to get their pads on them and move them backwards and create space for their running back to roam.
On first down, Byrne. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Nickel Roby-Coleman, a sack off the corner.
I don't know about you, but if I'm the offensive line coach right now, I'm having an absolute fit. This team that they're going against has 3 sacks, yet they rank dead last in the league in sacks coming into this game.
Maybe overlooked them a little bit?
Could be. I don't know if it's the scheme. I don't know if they've just gotten fortunate along the way. I have no real great answer for it, but we're seeing something you don't often see.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Mike 54. Mike 54. And here we go. Watch the pass. Watch the second.
Operating from the gun. Byrne. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Colts to take over. They are trying to snap that 3-game losing streak on top so far with the football here, 1st and 10. A first down throw here for Rivers. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Chris Godwin, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
Well, no, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me on a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Here a throw taken in by Watkins. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 16 yards that time on the pickup for the Jags and a first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Now a toss play. This is Scarborough. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And he'll cut it out to the sideline.
Keep playing hard.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games. And he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. Bo Scarborough with touchdown number 8 on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Nice job of polishing off that drive, but all the credit there goes to that play prior.
Yeah, it certainly does, because after that big play, I think resistance almost felt futile at that point, didn't it? And the very next play, they come right back, quick, fast, and in a hurry, and put it in the end zone.
That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was fairly easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
And we'll see if it's that easy here. On second down, Rivers again. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
Many teams, as soon as they spot man defense, if they haven't called a hitch, they'll get to it as fast as they can. They want to put the ball in the hands of one of their best playmakers and hope that he can break a tackle on the outside and go for big yardage.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
And I feel like my man, Old Mo, momentum might be changing jerseys right now. How about what they just got done? They scored a touchdown their last drive. Now here's a 3 and out. Maybe momentum's getting ready to creep to the other sideline.
Give them 11 yards that time on the return. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. And, Charles, you can't really fault him. He's over 100 yards already. He's not the reason they're losing.
And that is really unusual because ordinarily when you set the tone this way and have run it this effectively, usually your team's in control. So it's a very strange situation. And you're right, you can't fault him. He's done a great job for his team thus far.
I'm guessing he's saying, feed me on the sidelines. Now will they continue to do it? One play has him up past the 40 already, and another first and 10. Off the play fake. Byrne looking here for Smith downfield. It's caught inside the 25. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for first and 10. From the gun, Byrne. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Emmanuel Agba. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Mike spot 4, Mike spot 4, Mike spot 4. Go.
Looking to throw. Byrne dancing to his left. And now he's going to use his legs. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for third down.
Partner was a definite passing down, but he was able to leak out and pick up some good yardage, even though the coverage was excellent. Maybe it's not exactly how they drew it up, but he still got a big chunk of yardage on second down.
Mike 54. Stay with your man.
To throw on third down. Byrne. He's got it. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Back to throw. Bird. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Sammy Watkins, as the first half is winding down, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Point after, up and good. And the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened-up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. The tackle by Quincy Williams. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. An abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded at the goal line. And that should give his guys a spark. He's up all the way to the 44-yard line. Here again comes the captain of this offense, leading his crew back out there now. He's playing pretty well. I don't think it's necessarily him changing up something he's doing, but that O-line...
That strong return has set them up nicely for this drive, and we all know the next score is going to have a major impact on this game.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 44. They run on 1st down, but it only produces a gain of 2. It's 2nd down now. Michael Brocker's in on the stop.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Colts territory.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
I got you, boy. I got you, boy.
This is Scarborough. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Looking to throw. Burn. And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49. Dontari Poe marches in for the sack.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Right there.
Back to throw. Burn. Being chased out left. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another 1st down at the Colts' 31-yard line.
The sack on 1st down took him out of a traditional running play and put him in a passing situation, but didn't stop him from running anyway, did it?
No, I was surprised when he took off. I thought, oh, he's got some space. He might pick up 5, 6, 7 yards. He goes all the way and picks up the 1st. Now they'll run it with Scarborough. And he will cross the 30 down to the 29-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
To throw on second down. Byrne nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Anthony Barr comes rumbling in for the sack.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Throwing on third and long. Byrne. And that will be incomplete. The former Pro Bowl linebacker Anthony Barr there to jar it free.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a fourth down decision.
And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe, and that will tie things at 17 all. So they come away from this opening drive of the third quarter with only 3, but it does draw them even.
Yeah, and that has to be job one, doesn't it? A touchdown definitely would have been nice. We know that. But here, you get back on even terms, and now you've got most of the second half to try and get yourself into a position to win.
Here's the Colts now as they get ready for their first possession on offense of the second half. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
Oh, Fournette loses it. It's out. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. And now the Jags defense deciding to call a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. And the Jags have 5 in the secondary here on third down. From the gun, Rivers. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. Quick slant there gets him the first down, 6 yards on the play.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Fournette, a first down carry. He'll take this from the 40 up to the 45 for a gain of 5.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Going to run the sweep here. This is Hopkins. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Anytime the offense shows what they call a shot play or a chunk play where they're trying to get big yardage, sometimes people just call it gadget plays, and you hold it to a gain that we just saw there, you feel pretty good about yourself as a defense.
Now a throw for the All-Pro Kelsey is complete. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. Back now in Indianapolis. All even as we get ready to start the 4th.
And let's pin the mirrors back and go full strip.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Rivers. Oh, no, he lost the football.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
It's Kelsey on the ground. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
Well, that's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. It's Scarborough again. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave them with a third and about 3 to go. From the gun on third down. Byrne. And this is caught. That's Watkins. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well.
For many people, that's not your standard play call in that third down situation. But for so many offenses, they just want the ball in the hands of their playmakers in open space. And after he caught it, he did a nice job picking up the first down.
Throwing on first down. Byrne. Looking middle, and that's complete. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
2nd and 5. Over the middle, it's complete. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 40.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Looking to throw. Byrne. James has got it. Complete. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up second down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Now Scarborough. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They've got it 1st and 10 as they search for a go-ahead score.
Right there, 54, right there.
On 1st and 10, Byrne. And this one complete to Smith.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down.
You can't block me. You can't block me. Mine's 54. Mine's 54. Here we go.
Here's 2nd and 8. Steps away to his left. He'll try and run it. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a first down.
How many times have we seen this late in the fourth quarter? Because you know the pass rush is getting after him, and they get upfield, get that great push, and what do they create? Space, and he takes off.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Now a handoff here to his running back. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. They come out here in the eye. A game-winning field goal would be a chip shot from here. Let's see how they play it on 1st and goal. They try again with Scarborough. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. From the 2 now, second and goal. They'll run for it with Bo Scarborough, and he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1. Now the Colts will use their third and final timeout as it comes with 1:15 left to go in the second half. This Colts D up to the challenge so far, but they need another stop here on 3rd and goal. They'll try to run this one in, and he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Bo Scarborough, his second touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Jaguars have taken the lead.
Hey, that score deserves our respect, deserves our excitement. But I'm looking at the clock, and I'm thinking, there's a long way to go in this one.
Ideally, they would have liked to milk a little bit more time off. Now, on the other sideline, you start to get the crew together and say, this is what we practiced the 2-minute drill for, right?
Yeah, you hope you've been in that situation before, and if you haven't, you just have the confidence, hey, let's go down there and get this thing done. But, boy, that's a big score right there to give them the advantage.
And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Rivers gets set to lead this offense. Down 24-17. 1:13 to play. A 4th straight defeat looming on the horizon, barring a comeback here as they've got it with a first down. Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Rivers. And Matthews makes the ground. And the Jags with 5 in the secondary now on 3rd down. Here's Rivers. Open man is Godwin. It's complete. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. Rivers to throw. Very sharp here to start this drop. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Down to 3 seconds. 2 seconds. One last shot now for Rivers. That's to his running back, Leonard Fournette.
Easy work. It's easy work, and it's coming again.
Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you were wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for Jacksonville, the great run they've been on continues as they move to 9-1 now. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Tennessee Titans. Meanwhile, for the Colts, it was a game they really needed as they drop back to 4-6. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to Houston to take on the Texans. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.